Hey everyone, it's Dr. Clark, and in this lecture we are going to go over the Russian personal pronouns, and in particular third-person pronouns. Our textbook gives the full set of pronouns in the next chapter, but I wanted to go ahead and give them to you now. So Russian has sort of 6 divisions of personal pronouns. It has more pronouns than that, but it has 6 divisions of personal pronouns. And let's back up a second and say, what are personal pronouns? In case you're wondering that, I'm sure some of you are. Personal pronouns are words like I, we, you, he, she, they. They indicate who is doing something. Without giving the person's name, they say like, I am doing it, not Elena is doing it, but I am doing it. So those are personal pronouns. So Russian has these 6 classes of personal pronouns, and they're divided into first person, second person, and third person, and then singular and plural. So first person singular, or I, is ya. Second person singular, which we've already talked about, is ty, or thou, which we don't use anymore in English, but we used to. Third person singular comes in 3 genders, on, he, она, she, and оно, it. However, as we will discuss later, any of them can mean it because they have to match the noun that they refer to. And we'll talk more about that later. And then the plural ones are мы, we, вы, you plural, and они, they. There are also interrogative pronouns, and those are question words, like кто, who, which is always masculine, что, what, which is always neuter, and then где, where, which indicates location, not direction. And we'll get into more about location and direction in Russian later, but remember that где means where, location, not where, direction. And finally, let's talk about third-person pronouns and nouns. And so a pronoun can replace or stand in for a noun. So we could say, for example, Yelena, or we could say она. We could say Vitya, or we could say on. And in Russian, when replacing a noun with a pronoun, so we want to say he, she, or it, or they, or whatever, the pronoun must match the gender of the noun it replaces. So therefore, it can be on, она, or оно. Any of those words can mean it in Russian. So if we wanted to ask, for example, где рюкзак? Where is the backpack? And that's masculine. We would answer by saying вот он, here he is. Because it is masculine, and so in order to say it, we say on, we say he. But if we said где книга, where is the book, we have to say вот она, here she is. But everyone understands that means here it is. Or if we wanted to say где письмо, where is the letter, that's neuter, so we say вот оно, here it is, and that means both that it in the sense of it is neuter, and it in the sense of an inanimate object that in English we just call it. Or где машины? Where are the cars? Вот они. There they are. This is a little different from what we do in English, but it's pretty straightforward. As long as you know the gender of your noun, you can just replace it with the pronoun very easily. The pronouns are really obvious, so on, he or it ends in a consonant, она ends in a, and оно ends in o. So it's really obvious what gender they are. So there you go. Again, the best thing to do is to expose yourself to as much Russian as possible and see how this is used in the wild.